Hey everyone, and welcome back to Design Expedition. Today is extra special because it's the first video in our beginner series on Figma. We're diving into one of Figma's most powerful features, components and variants. If you are new to Figma or looking to level up your workflow, this video will show you how to build your design system using reusable components, the Lego blocks of your design. So what exactly is a component? In simple terms, it's a reusable design element. Instead of copying and pasting the same button or card across your project, you create a component and use instances of it. If you update the main component, all instances update automatically, saving you tons of time. You can override text, images, and other properties in instance without affecting the main components. So how to create a component? Let me share my screen and let's dive in. So as you can see here, I already have a few components, a card with a lamp. So basically what we need here is to create a new component. So let's create the copy of this button, but from scratch actually. So yeah, we need to make a text layer, for example, by now. Okay, and yeah, now let's frame it, frame selection, and add auto layout for it. We have this frame with auto layout. Let's name it button. Okay, and now let's add some background color. For example, something like pink one, pinkish one, something like that. Yeah, and let's add some borders, margins. For example, I don't know, let's make 10 and 20. Okay, pretty big button actually. Let's make it a bit smaller. Let's make 5, and here will be at least 10. Okay, now we have a button, so let's create a component from it. We can tap our right mouse button and create component here, or we can use hotkeys, Option Command K on Mac. So, and by the way, also we have it on the right hand menu. We have this button to create component, and that's all. Component is ready actually. So if we copy this component right now, this is the instance and this is the main component. And for example, if we change color here, we see that the instance is changed too. So this is the pretty handy thing. So yeah, so let's get back to our color and let's think about variants of our button. So for example, we need few states of our button, like hover or secondary button or disabled button or outline and so on. It could be anything. So let's make a variant of this button. For example, it will be hover state. So what I have to do here, in the same right menu, we see this add variant here and we tap on it, and that's all. We have 2 variants of our button, but they are same,
but different.
so we have to change the second one. For example, it will be hover state, and let's slightly change color for a bit lighter one, for example. So when you hover on the button, the button should change on this one. If we tap on the button component in general, we have these properties here. Here we have properties, variant, text, boolean, instance swap, but I will show you how to create the properties from other way. So right now I want to change the property that we already have. So let's name it state. And we have two options, two states actually. Default one, this is the first one button, and the variant 2. This will be a hover state. So, and if we go to our instance right now, we see the state default and hover, and that's all actually. So basically that's already working component with variants. So now we have these properties for instance, but it's only one property here. It's the state. For example, we can add the text property. We can easily select a text layer holding the command button and the shift button to multiple select. So, and right now we have this right-hand menu where we can add any property to our component. For example, we have this buy now text inside the our button. So this is the content. So we can make a variant or property. So let's create new one. This will be the text and value is buy now. Okay, it's worked for me. Let's create the property. And now we have on our instance, we have this text property. So if I change it here, add to cart, for example, this changed, and because of all of the layout, it's stretched and it's working perfectly. Also, we can add the property to show and hide this text. So again, we selecting these text layers in our two buttons, and we have this appearance here. And again, this button, apply variable or property. So let's apply it, click plus button, and we can see this toggle. So this means true, that by default it will be visible. So and name, let's name it show text. Show text. Okay. Create the property, and for instance we have this show text toggle here, and we can switch it on or off. Also, we can add the component inside other component. So for example, I have 3 icons here. I already named them properly. So icon slash coins, for example, or cash. Let's pick this one and just copy in this one and paste here. Let's make it bigger. So, and let's make the distance a bit smaller. The same for the second one. And now we have to select the icons here. So now let's make a toggle for switching on and off the icons on our button. So again, we click here and hit the plus button, and let's name it icon, show icon, show icon, sorry, icon, and value is true, and create the properties. And on our instance, we already have this icon toggle. For example, I want to add the property to switch icons here. So I have to select the icons in our main component. And again, I have this button here, create instance swap property. Let's hit on it. And I have this menu here where I can add what I want to be into our options to switch the icons. So, and let's hit create property, and I have these options right now on an instance. Also, for example, if I'm not really happy with this order here, so because I want to have the toggle for text, then text itself, toggle for icon, then icons, we can also change the order here by simply dragging and dropping our properties right here. So that's it about the components, and I can add a few tips here. First one is don't detach instances unless absolutely necessary. Don't make mess in your project. The second one is keep your components organized in a dedicated page. Also, you can add assets to the public and reuse it in other projects in our Figma files. Always use auto layouts for flexible responsive components. Again, if you don't know how to use it, how to make it, let me know in the comments below. And the last one, think ahead. Design components with future changes in mind. So the first one, build it in your mind how you will use it in your design, and after build the actual component. This is just the beginning of our beginner series. In upcoming video, we'll dive into more Figma techniques, including how to use components and prototyping and how to use variables. So make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you in the next video.